language learning will be similar to music, is it? And how language learning will also be important for such kind of music and others. Okay, we will have a look. So, actually this method is suggested by a Bulgarian psychiatrist, and his name is Georgi Lozanov. Georgi, last portion here, you can see the spelling of this man. Georgi Lozanov. This Bulgarian psychiatrist, he said that learning is a matter of attitude. It's not aptitude, not a matter of aptitude. Giorgio, so he said that he didn't say that language learning. He said that learning is a matter of attitude. Attitude means how you will accept the thing. It is not a matter of aptitude. Aptitude is ability. Sometimes we say that, oh, I can't learn French language. I can't learn Italian language. I can't learn Chinese language. Okay. Because I don't have the ability. But this Bulgarian psychiatrist, he said the language learning or any kind of learning, it's a matter of attitude. What's the attitude? That is, yes, I can do. And the confident attitude will make a learning happen. Confident attitude will make a learning happen effectively and quickly. And that is prescribed by this man, Georgi Lozanov. Okay. And language learning is not an exception. Actually, how your confidence level will boost up? For this reason, he said several things. You are sitting in the armchair, is it a table and chair, isn't it? And in the chair and table you are sitting, that means the age of this table and chair might be 30 years. Georgi Lozanov said, in the classroom, in order to boost up the learner's confidence, there will be no table and chair, there will be armchair. Armchair, you know? Yeah. Classroom will be like that. In the classroom, learner will be sitting in the armchair in a relaxing way. And have you seen, there is a headphone, and over there are some symbols. What are the symbols? Yeah. Can you see that? Is this a classroom or is this a cinema hall? But Bulgarian psychiatrist Georgi Lozanov suggested that. Why? That is, music will have three functions. I am coming later on. Okay. The first time is that is, classroom there will be armchair, light is comfortable, not bright. Light is comfortable, sometimes the bright light might attract your mind. Okay. Light will be comfortable. Everything is bright and colorful. Everywhere. Okay. So wall, room, everything. And everything will be bright and colorful, and the posters will be there. Posters. Naturally, in case of computer-assisted language learning, we naturally know that computer, projector, speaker, these are the important things for learning. Okay. And in case of Georgi Lozanov, he said that poster will be there, and room and classroom will be decorated, and the music will be there. Another component, in the classroom there will be music. And the teacher speaks confidently what he or she is going to teach. Teacher leads the class in various activities. Okay. various activities. Naturally, in a traditional classroom, it may be a class for language, it may be a class for chemistry, or it may be a class for physics, like that. Okay, naturally teacher delivers lecture in a one way, GTM or other. Okay, but here classroom activities will include several subjects, several activities will be there involving the dialogue. For example, question answer, repetition and translation. Translation in GTM, translation in direct method. We can't translate. Translate is not allowed in direct method. Okay, according to direct method, that you have to learn something or the target language in that directly to the target language, and the meaning will be established in the target language. That is the motto. But here, translation is allowed. Okay, and the teacher should integrate indirect positive suggestion. There is no limit to what you can do. That means teacher and the learner, what they can do. There is no limit. What the teacher will think best, he or she will be applying the activities in the classroom and into the learning situation. So that is the methodology or pedagogy of language teaching or any kind of learning. Okay, and so if you want to make the definition of this Suggestopedia. Suggestopedia is the study of these suggestive factors in the learning situation. A teaching method based on the idea how human brain works. Georgi Lozanov was a psychiatrist, and for this reason he had been investigating how does human brain work, and what is the utmost capacity of human brain, and in which way human brain can work successfully. That was his subject for investigation, and he observed that human brain will be most effective if this situation will be applied there. No, একটাও নাই। Okay, so it includes a rich sensory learning and a rich sensory learning of a varied range of methods like dramatized text, music, active participation in songs and games, etc. So this is Suggestopedia, and that Suggestopedia was prescribed by Georgi Lozanov. Okay, and this man, Georgi Lozanov, yes, a Bulgarian doctor and psychiatrist. And in 1966, on the basis of the research of his research finding, Lozanov proposed that this method could accelerate foreign language learning. So he investigated the situation that how does human brain work and how does human brain work effectively. And he has understood that that kind of language teaching learning can accelerate learners' language learning. Okay, that is Suggestopedia. Okay, and there are several factors in this Suggestopedia. That is, there will be several sessions in this Suggestopedia that is called deciphering, conversation, and elaboration. Okay, deciphering, conversation, and elaboration. Deciphering, in that session, the teacher introduces to their students some written or spoken content. Written or spoken. First time, the teacher will be delivering some written or speaking content. It may be a speech, it may be a written text, like that. And the most materials, the foreign language text is on the left half, and the page and the translation of the right half, just like that. Yeah. Target language will be left half of the text. So first time the teacher will be delivering some reading materials or speeches, their translation will be there, and one time translation, another time another one part
target language, and another part will be the translation. How? Actually, naturally, cognition is very important. If you can understand a thing, your confidence level will boost up. Okay, and for this reason, he introduced this technique, that is written text or some speech will be there, but both in the target language and in the mother language, translation will be there. And this is Suggestopedia. That is why. How does Suggestopedia work? This is actually in case of Carsten's monitor model. He said that affective filter, that means stress. We have two kinds of stress, that is internal stress and external stress. Internal stress, that means the previous experience. Sometimes you might go to learn language, like French language or Chinese language, and you had a very horrible experience. Okay, so this is your internal experience, internal stress. That yes, once upon a time I went to study Chinese language, but I started running from the class because Chinese language is very tough. So it is in your brain. That is your internal stress. That is your previous experience of learning situation. It may be your language learning or others. Okay. If you have some negative feelings about learning something else, then that will create some internal stress within the learner. And also some external stress will be there, external knowledge, and also some other situation, shame. Okay. If I speak someone else, if I speak before the class, other students will not feel comfortable, I might make mistakes. Okay, so this is the internal and external stress. For two kinds of stress, language learning will not be effective. Not language learning. Any kind of learning will not be effective if you have any stress. And for this reason, in order to eradicate, in order to remove the mental stress, Georgi Lozanov suggested this, and this has another name, that is Suggestopedia. Suggestion, but in an opposite way. Desuggesting. Resuggesting means resuggesting friend punurai upodesh dawa. Desuggest means suggestion, but not directly, indirect suggestion. Okay, that is called desuggesting. Okay, so and desuggesting, if you say that yes, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, oh, what will you say? That you will say, oh, so many things we have to do. You will be demotivated. And for this reason, demotivation will not be there in Suggestopedia. There is a target, but that target will not be applied at first in the class. Okay, that is called Suggestopedia. Suggestion, আমরা বলি না যে হচ্ছে একটা ছেলে একজন স্টুডেন্ট ড্যাম ক্লিয়ার ক্লাসে আসে না ক্লাসে আসলে মোবাইল দেখে বাবার ই করে, বাট he is doing good in examination. How it is possible? Such kind of students are called carelessly careful. Other student will think that, oh, he is not doing it, he is not doing it. But he knows how we can learn the goal, how we can achieve the goal. And that is called carelessly careful. Okay. Desuggestopedia or Suggestopedia is like that. Suggestion will be there, target will be fulfilling will be there, but with the help of some other material, that is language learners, confidence, atmosphere, armchair, and a special kind of music that is called baroque music. Baroque music will be there. Not we have watched music that is called some English music or Hindi music we have watched. Okay, but Georgi Lozanov suggested that there will be a special kind of music played in language learning, and that is called baroque music, and it is a European classical music that will be applied in language teaching. So this music that will be played in the classroom. So why music will be there? Music will be functioning several session. First session was the deciphering session that we have said. That means one portion will be the text, the written text. The second session will be the concert session. Okay, concert session is two kinds: active concert session and passive concert session. And in active session, the teacher reads the text at a normal speed while their student follow. Okay, যেটা আমরা মিউজিকের ক্ষেত্রে বলি, যেটা আমরা মনে মনে এটা করবেন. So in that case, first time in the active session, teacher will be reading or speaking a text, and the learners will follow in a normal speed. But in the passive session, the student relax and listen to the teacher's reading text. In the second passive session, that will be applied in case of the teacher, learners will be sitting in the armchair, and they will not repeat with their teacher. They will be relaxing with some music, baroque music had been playing at the side, and teacher will be reading something, and student will remain their eyes closed, and they will be listening something. That is the passive session. Can it be happening? Yes, in case of language learning, that is happening. And for this reason, the language teacher who will be applying Suggestopedia, he or she should be properly trained, and in which approach he will be. Baroque music is dominant style of European Western classical music. Okay, and that will be used in Suggestopedia. And next, elaboration. Student express what they have learned through the acting, songs and games. In the elaboration session, they will be expressing, the learners will be expressing the thought. And the fourth page, production, is also sometimes used. And production, the students spontaneously speak and intake in the target language without interpreting or correction. In case of production, our motive is that learner should be boosted up, and for this reason music will be there. And our target to make the learner efficient language users. Okay. In that case, they will be reading, they will be listening, they will be listening music, sitting on an armchair, and after that they will be producing the target language. That is the, and teachers will be several function of this Suggestopedia. Okay, and Suggestopedia prescribed this in 1970 decades, and he acknowledges that ties in the tradition to yoga and Soviet psychology. Actually, we know that yoga is it? And Georgi Lozanov prescribed this language learning method, observing yoga and Soviet yoga. And from Raja Yoga, Lozanov has borrowed and modified techniques for altering states of consciousness and concentration. Okay. In case of yoga, that means they will say that yes, you have to keep your eye closed, take a deep breath and release it. Okay, why? This is for two kinds. That if you keep your brain, every time human brain works very quickly. And what is the explanation of sleeping? যেদিন অনেক আনন্দের সংবাদ হয় সেদিন মানুষ ঘুমাতে পারে না, যেদিন অনেক দুঃখের সংবাদ হয় সেদিনও ঘুমাতে পারে না। কারণ কি? ব্রেন স্টার্টস ওয়ার্কিং ভেরি ফাস্ট। স্লিপিং পিল, what does it do? Sleeping pill does make your nerve relax and you will sleep. Yoga does the same thing, and that is done for increasing your concentration. Okay. In case of Suggestopedia, this yoga method system has been applied. That if you follow this method, that means the music, armchair and others, your consciousness will grow, and at the same time your concentration level will boost. So this system. He promises success through Suggestopedia to the academically gifted and the ungifted alike. For an overview of the tenets of Soviet psychology, and how this differ from those of the Western psychology, that is his. And the most conspicuous features of Suggestopedia is centrality of music, musical rhythm to learning, musical centrality, music will be there, centrality, musical rhythm to learning. Suggestopedia thus has a kinship with other functional usage of music, particularly therapy, that is music therapy, and defines music actually. Gaston 1968, he described that music does three functions. আমরা গান শুনি কেন? এই ভদ্রলোক বলছে যে মিউজিকের কয়টা আছে? তিনটা কাজ আছে। সেটা কি? Defines the three functions of music therapy: to facilitate the establishment and maintenance of personal relations, to facilitate the establishment and maintenance personal relations. Number two, to bring about increased self-esteem. একটা ভালো গান যদি কেউ গায়, শিল্পীর মধ্যে যেমন একটা খুব সুন্দর একটা গান গাইলাম, অডিয়েন্সদের মধ্যেও একটা সেলফ এস্টিম থাকে, একটা সুন্দর সন্ধ্যা কাটালাম। Okay, so second function, that is, first function, it will develop establishment and personal relationship will grow up if you follow music, any kind of music. And second one, that means the learner, the music, who will be singing a song and who will be involved in listening the music, the self-esteem through increased self-satisfaction. Self-satisfaction will be there, and self-esteem will boost up. And the musical performance, and to use the unique potential to rhythm, to energize and to bring order. Okay. And third thing is that he will be boosting up and increase the orderly use of something, and that is, and for this reason, so personal relationship, self-confidence boost up, and will give you the ability to do something in order. In case of music, প্রথমে কি আছে? একটা স্ট্রাকচার আছে, haphazardly আপনি মিউজিক শুনতে পারবেন না। And third one, that means that music will give you the activity to do something chronologically. Okay, and these things, for these three things, Georgi Lozanov established that music is the centrality of learning, not only learning, language learning, but also any kinds of learning. And next time he suggested that this method can accelerate foreign language learning, and for this reason this method was named Suggestopedia or Discostopedia. Okay, so he is teaching English language not directly but indirectly, and for this reason this is called. And Lozanov calls upon in his use of music to relax learners, and as well as to structure, page and punctuate the presentation of linguistic materials. Okay, music, everybody can't be the singer. Music, কোনো সঙ্গীতের জন্য কয়েকটা জিনিস খুব গুরুত্বপূর্ণ: শুদ্ধভাবে উচ্চারণ, okay, not too speedy, not too slow. Okay, the pace of something will also be learned if anybody can study or listen music, and that is the background of this theory, that is the Suggestopedia. Lozanov doesn't articulate a theory of language, nor does it seem that he is much concerned with any particular assumption regarding language learning elements and their organization. The emphasis on memorization of vocabulary pairs, a target language item, and its native language translation suggests a view of language in which lexis is the central and which the lexical translation rather than contextualization is stressed. Contextualization in which you are learning. Okay. And translation will be allowed just to boost up the cognition or the understanding of the learners. And Lozanov does occasionally refer to the importance of experience language materials, whole meaning text, and notes that the Suggestopedia course directs the student not to vocabulary memorization and acquiring habits of speech, but to acts communication. Okay. So in Suggestopedia, no book, no memorization, no drill, but the motive is that to make the language learner to be communicative. They will gain the ability of communication. That is this theoretical underpinning that is in Suggestopedia. At the coursework and text organization, Lozanov refers most often to the language to be learned as the material, and the new material that is to be learned is read and recited by the well-trained teachers. In case of theory, that means the teacher who will be teaching Suggestopedia, he should be well-trained. And suggestion is the heart of the theory. Music is the centrality, and another thing is that suggestion not in direct way, but indirect way suggestion will be there. And the kind of static speech-like and altered state of consciousness, and for this reason indirect suggestion will accelerate the state of consciousness of the learner. Okay. যখন বলা হবে ডিরেক্টলি যে তো আপনি এটা করেন তখন সেটা একটা স্ট্রেস তৈরি করে, বাট উইথ দ্য হেল্প অফ সাম মিউজিক, উইথ সাম ইনিশিয়াল musics and the atmosphere, the student will boost up to learn something. Student's confidence level will grow up, and for this reason Lozanov's main speech of this theory Suggestopedia that learning is a matter of attitude, not a matter of aptitude. Ability, আপনি এটা পারবেন না, আপনার এই অ্যাবিলিটি নাই। Lozanov এটাকে কি করে দিয়েছে? Discard. That is the matter of attitude. If you think that yes, I can do so, then you can do so. So that is the main motive of Georgi Lozanov, that learning, any kinds of learning, will be a matter of attitude, not a, and Suggestopedia will increase the attitude of the learner, giving armchair, comfortable room light, and music, not band music. That is the baroque music. Okay, that is the classical music. People remember best and often influenced by the information coming from the authoritative source. Okay, my daughters, they say that Miss বলেছে, আমি এটা বলেছি এটা ঠিক না, মিস যেটা বলেছে সেটা তাদের কাছে ঠিক। কারণ কি? তারা মিসকে দেখে হচ্ছে অথরিটি হিসেবে। In case of Georgi Lozanov, okay, that means the teacher should be confident, and that confident level message will be accepted by the learners. And authoritative voice, author's voice will have a command for language learning attitude. যখন আপনি টিচারের কাছ থেকে এটা শুনবেন, so in case of Suggestopedia, you will be getting something from the authority of the teachers, and the authority of the teacher will boost up your language learning initiative. এবং এটা যদি গ্রো করে, then you can do. Lozanov appears to believe that scientific sounding language, highly positive experimental data, true believer teachers constitute a ritual placebo system that is authoritatively appealing to most learner. Placebo system that is not medicine. একটা বলে না দাওয়া and দোয়া, ওকে, এটা হচ্ছে দাওয়া, ঔষধ না। এটাকে বলা হচ্ছে যে আপনার জ্বর হয়েছে, ভালো হয়ে যাবে, মানে একটা হলো ঔষধ দিয়ে ভালো করা যায়, আর এটা কিছুই হয়নি, এটা টেক ইজ 3 years, ওকে। আর এটা যদি কেউ বলে, আর কেউ যদি বলে ও মাই গশ আপনার এটা হয়েছে, আপনি এখন হাসপাতালে যান নাই। প্রথমত প্রেশারের ক্ষেত্রে ডাক্তাররা কি বলে, যদি কখনো কারো প্রেশার দেখে যে 140, তখন বলবে, প্রথম কথা বলবে যে আপনি বেঁচে আছেন কি করে, আজকে থেকেই আমলোকন 5 শুরু করেন। এই একবার যখন ওষুধ খাওয়া শুরু করেছেন, Suggestopedia is not like that. Suggestopedia সেটা বলবে না। Suggestopedia বলবে যে হ্যাঁ আপনার প্রেশার হয়েছে, ওকে, হয়তো আপনি গত রাত্রে ঘুম ভালো হয়নি, হয়তো আপনি দৌড়িয়ে এসেছিলেন, ওকে, একটু রেস্ট নেন, একটু রাত্রে ভালো ঘুমান, একটু রিল্যাক্স মোডে থাকেন। Suggestopedia is like that. That is the placebo system, not the medicine direct. That will give you some medicine and you will be correct. And there will be no stress. বলবে না যে আপনি এত প্রেশার নিয়ে বেঁচে আছেন কি জন্য, ওকে। So and that will constitute that positive experimental data true believer teachers. কারণ যেই টিচার, যে ডাক্তার বলবে যে ওকে আপনার প্রেশার হয়েছে, গত রাত্রে হয়তো আপনার ঘুম হয়নি, কোনো একটা স্ট্রেসফুল সিচুয়েশনের মধ্যে দিয়ে গিয়েছিলেন, অথবা একটু হয়তো রিচ ফুড বেশি খাওয়া হয়ে গিয়েছে, ওকে। এবং এটা কখন বলতে পারে একজন ডক্টর? যখন তার হচ্ছে বিলিফ আছে, ওকে। সো দ্য ট্রু বিলিফার টিচার্স, the scientific data will make a teacher confident, and that will give you the placebo system, that is the advice to the learners. Yes, you can do, okay. আপনার হয়েছে 5টা ভুল, বা আপনি চেষ্টা করলে এটা আর কি থাকবে না। That is the placebo system of Suggestopedia. That is the authority. And infantilization, that is the thing I love of this Suggestopedia, okay. Authorities also used to suggest a teacher-student relation like that of parent to child. So the relation between teacher and learner will be compared to the relation between parent to child. বাচ্চারা যত ধরনের অন্যায় করুক না কেন, তাদের সন্তানের কাছে, সন্তান তাদের মা বাবার কাছে তাদের কিছুই না। এরকম লার্নার অনেক মিস্টেক করবে, অনেক কিছু করবে, টিচারদের কাজ হবে সাজেস্টোপেডিয়ায় প্যারেন্টদের হবে, ওকে। ইটস ভেরি কমন দ্যাট হিউম্যান বিং উইল মেক মিস্টেক। যেমন একটা ছোট বাচ্চাকে তার মা বলে, ওকে তুমি তো আস্তে আস্তে শিখবা, আস্তে আস্তে শিখবা। কালকে আবৃত্তির ক্লাসে গিয়েছিলাম মেয়েদেরকে নিয়ে, তো সে আবৃত্তিতে কম্পিটিশনে নাম দিয়েছে, সে 2 লাইন আবৃত্তি করতে পারে, ওকে। এবং তার মা বলছে যে হ্যাঁ আমার মেয়ে কম্পিটিশনে নাম দিয়েছে, সে 2 লাইন আবৃত্তি করতে পারে। Look here, that is the motivation, okay. In the same way in Suggestopedia, that is called infantilization. That means the relation between teacher and students will be like parent and child. So the mistake will not be taken seriously. অনেক মারা কি করে, যে বাচ্চা একটু ছোট অপরাধ করছে, হাই জোরে একটা থাপ্পড়, ওকে, কেন পারো না, চিল্লা চিল্লি করে পুরো মাথায় তুলে দেয়, ওকে। ইন কেস অফ Suggestopedia, not like that, okay. That means give advice, okay, you can do, if you try you can do this. That is the relationship. And double planetness, another objective, that is the material. The learners learns not only from the effect of direct instruction but from environment. Double plannedness, সেটা কি বলছে? যে শুধুমাত্র টিচার ভালো পড়ালেন, অনেক কিছু করলেন, Suggestopedia বিশ্বাস করে না যে একটা জায়গা থেকেই হবে। এই জন্য লার্নার উইল লার্ন ফ্রম দ্য এনভায়রনমেন্ট অ্যাজ ওয়েল। আপনি কোথায় কখন কিভাবে পড়াচ্ছেন, ওকে। এখন এই ক্লাসটা যদি বলা হলো যে রাত 11টার সময় নেওয়া হবে, ওকে, কোথায় নেওয়া হবে? ওই এমন একটা জায়গায় যেখানে অনেক নয়েজ, ওকে, এমন একটা জায়গায় যেখানে আপনি বসে থাকতেই পাচ্ছেন না, চেয়ারে হেলান দিতেই পাচ্ছেন না, ওকে। সো Suggestopedia observes that means learning will be depending on the instruction, and also instruction should be like that, but parent like instruction and the environment. So environment also play. So from teacher side, that would be the relation with the infantilization, and another one will be environment. And the environment in which the instruction takes place, the bright decor of the classroom, that means the decoration of the classroom, the musical background, the shape of the chair, and the personality of the teachers are considered as important in instruction as the form of instructional materials itself. Whenever you will be writing the instructional materials of Suggestopedia, you have to mention these: environment, chair, music, and also teacher's personality. Everything will make language learning a suggestive mode. Suggestive, not in a direct way, but in a indirect way. Their motive is the goal is to make the learner communicative. তাদেরকে ভোকাবুলারিও শেখাবে না, তাদেরকে রিপিটেশন ড্রিলও শেখাবে না, তাদেরকে কি করতে হবে? তারা যেন কমিউনিকেশন করতে পারে, এবং এই কমিউনিকেশন করার জন্য এই ইয়োগা সিস্টেমের মধ্য দিয়ে দে উইল বুস্ট আপ দ্য লার্নার্স attention and others. Okay, so intonation, rhythm, concert, pseudo passiveness. Intonation, টিচার সব সময় যে একই টোনে কথা বলবে There will be the varied intonation. Okay, the varying the tone and rhythm of the presentation materials helps both to avoid boredom and through the monotony of the repetition. Okay, every class আমরা দেখা গেল যে শুরু করি লেকচার দিয়ে। ওকে, আজকে আমরা শুরু করলাম কি দিয়ে? মিউজিক দিয়ে। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ভেরিয়েশন। এটা সাজেস্টিপেডিয়ার জন্য। সাজেস্টিপেডিয়া ক্লাসের আগে কোনো ক্লাসে আমরা মিউজিক দিয়ে শুরু করেছি? করি নাই। ওকে, সো দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ভেরিয়েশন। সো টিচার উইল ভ্যারি দ্য টোন। কখনো অনেক জোরে কথা বলবেন, কখনো আবার একটু আস্তে কথা বলবেন। ওকে, অ্যান্ড এইটা করলে কি হবে? স্টুডেন্ট বোর ফিল করবে না। That is the motive, and for this reason the varying tone and the varying activities will accelerate language learning or any kinds of learning. And the rhythm will be there, and both intonation and rhythm are coordinated with the musical background. Okay, music actually relaxing music কি relaxing music কোনো wording থাকে, কোনো গান থাকে না, একটা জায়গায় শব্দ বাজতে থাকে। Okay, so intonation will be there. Musical background helps to induce the relaxed attitude. Okay, so music will be there, and other thing, that objectives, syllabus, learning activities, roles of teachers and the learners materials will be there. The objective of Suggestopedia are to deliver advanced conventional proficiency quickly, that we have said it earlier, to make the learner communicative. And Suggestopedia course lasts 30 days and consists of 10 units of study. Classes are held 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. The central focus of each unit is a dialogue consisting of 1,200 words, and so with an accompanying vocabulary list. And actually not the same pattern will be day. First day half a day, second day full day, থার্ড ডে হাফ আ ডে। প্রথমেই যদি হচ্ছে ম্যারাথন দৌড় শুরু করে দেওয়া হয় তাহলে কি লার্নার ভয় পাবে। সো লার্নিং অ্যাক্টিভিটিস উইল বি লাইক দেয়ার স্লোলি অ্যান্ড গ্রাজুয়ালি। এবং বলা হচ্ছে যে এই যে 1200 ওয়ার্ড শেখানো হবে এটা কয়েকদিনে। এবং প্রথমে যদি বলা হয় যে উই আর গোয়িং টু টিচ ইউ 1,200 নিউ ওয়ার্ডস, দ্যাট উইল ক্রিয়েট স্ট্রেস। সো দে উইল নট সে ইট ডিরেক্টলি। Initially half day, full day, half day, gradually with the help of some musics. Okay, and also day 2 and 3 are spent in primarily and secondarily elaboration of the text, and primary elaboration consists of imitation, question answer, reading and so on, and the dialogue of the working within the 150 new book. During the course there are 2 opportunities for generalization of the materials. In the middle of the course, students are encouraged to practice the target language in sitting where it might be used, such as hotels or restaurant. Okay, so production will be not in the classroom. তারা তো এখন কমিউনিকেশন করতে যায়, এই জন্য কমিউনিকেশনের জন্য তারা এই ক্লাসরুমে বসে ডায়লগ করবে না। এই জন্য দে উইল বি সেন্ড টু হোটেলস অর রেস্টুরেন্ট। সেখানে গিয়ে তারা টার্গেট ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে কথাবার্তা বলতে পারছে কিনা সেখানে গিয়ে তারা বাংলাদেশে না, মানে বাংলাদেশে হোটেল ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে কথা বলতে গেলে তো আপনাকে ধরে কি করবে যে আপনি ইংরেজি এখানে ফলাতে আসছেন মিয়া, যান বাড়ি থেকে ইংরেজি, মানে যেখানে টার্গেট ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজের ইয়ে আছে। ওকে, সেখানে গিয়ে এখানে প্রোডাকশন, যে হোয়েদার ইউ হ্যাভ লার্নড ইট or not, for this reason that practice will be done in restaurant or hotel or airport or some other places where the target language is used. আপনি শিখেছেন কিনা ভাষাটা, সে কমিউনিকেশন এই বলেন ডায়লগ মুখস্থ করে আপনাকে বলতে হবে না। ওকে, and that is the learning activities used in the method include imitation, question answer and role play. Role play you know, role play হচ্ছে একজন ডাক্তার একজন পেশেন্ট, ডাক্তারকে উনি প্রশ্ন করছেন আর ডাক্তার হচ্ছে পেশেন্টকে উত্তর দিচ্ছেন। তার মানে তারা রোল প্লে করছে কি, একজন শপকিপার একজন সেলার। তার মানে একজন শপকিপারের রোল করছেন আর আরেকজন কিসের বায়ার, একজন কিনতে এসছেন, দুজনের মধ্যে কনভারসেশন হচ্ছে। ওকে, একজন পথ হারিয়ে ফেলছেন আরেকজন পথের কি দিশা দেখাচ্ছেন। Okay, that is the role play. So that will be the activity. Learner's role are carefully prescribed. What would be the learner's role? Okay. The mental state of the learner is critical to success. Again and again, what is the learner activity? In that case, that হয়তো কিছুদিন আগে আমার এক বন্ধু হচ্ছে কলেজ বন্ধু, ও পোস্ট দিয়েছে যে গত পরশু আমার বাবা মারা গিয়েছে। হ্যাঁ, সবাই দোয়া করবেন। এখন কয়েকজন আবার ওখানে লাইক লাইক দিছে, তো পরেও আবার রেগে গিয়ে বলছে যে এটা কি লাইক দেওয়ার মতো পোস্ট ছিল, আমার বাবা মারা গেছে তুমি সেটাকে লাইক করছো। হ্যাঁ, এখন এই জন্য লার্নাররা হয়তো দেখা গেল যে সারা রাত তারা কোনো ইয়াতে আছে, রিল্যাক্স মোডে, কোনো বা কোনো একটা প্রবলেম ছিল, কোনো একটা ঝামেলায় ছিল, হ্যাঁ, হয়তো বা অনেক দূর থেকে আসছে, 2 ঘন্টা জার্নি করে এসছে, হ্যাঁ, সেই সময় যদি কোনো সিরিয়াস জিনিস পড়তে যাওয়া হয় তাহলে কি হবে, ন্যাচারালি লার্নাররা সেটা অ্যাকসেপ্ট করতে হবে। অ্যান্ড ফর দিস রিজন সাজেস্টিপেডিয়া, লার্নার্স মেন্টাল স্টেট ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। ওকে, সাজেস্টিপেডিয়া পড়তে গেলে হাসবেন, ঠিক আছে, হ্যাঁ, আবার একটু বুঝতেও তো হবে। ওকে, so in case of Suggestopedia, learners mental state is very important. If their attitude is positive, they are exposed to accept something very quickly and efficiently. So that is the learner role. Who is the learners must forego mind altering substance. এবং তাদের মন যদি খারাপও থাকে, 2 ঘন্টা জার্নি করেও যদি আসে এবং ক্লাসে এসে প্রথমেই যদি তারা একটা এই যে গান শোনে, তার মানে এই সাবস্টেন্সগুলো যদি থাকে তাহলে তাদের মেন্টাল যে স্ট্রেসটা ছিল রাত্রে এসে সেটা কি হয়ে যাবে, দ্যাট উইল ইরাডিকেট। ওকে, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য লার্নার্স অ্যাক্টিভিটিস and other distraction or immerse themselves in the procedure of the method. Learners must not try to figure out, manipulate or study the materials presented and must maintain a pseudo-passive state. Pseudo-passive states, that means they are passive but they will be active. যখন তাদেরকে এই জিনিসগুলো মিউজিক বা অন্য কিছু শেখানো হবে, মনে হবে যে তারা প্যাসিভ, বাট কিন্তু তারা they are concentrating on the subjects. Okay, and that is, and Lozanov lists several expected teachers' behavior and contribute to their presentation. Show absolute confidence in the method, that is the teacher's role. Display fastidious conduct in manners and dress. Fastidious means confident, colorful or good. Organize properly and strictly observe the initial stage of the teaching process. Maintain a solemn attitude towards the session. Give test and respond tactfully to poor papers, if any. কোনো স্টুডেন্টস যদি ভুল করে বা কোনো কিছু করে সেটা খুব সহানুভূতির সাথে দেখা। স্ট্রেস গ্লোবাল রেদার দেন অ্যানালিটিক্যাল অ্যাটিটিউড টুয়ার্ডস ম্যাটেরিয়ালস। মেইনটেইন আ মডেস্ট enthusiasm. So that will be applied in case of language learning. Okay, and that is about Suggestopedia. And Suggestopedia actually prescribed by Georgi Lozanov, and he said that learning, any kind of learning, is a matter of attitude, not a matter of aptitude, not a matter of ability. And observing this Bulgarian psychiatrist and doctor, he prescribed that learner's mental state is very important for any kinds of learning. And in this regard, he prescribed that this Suggestopedia can also be applied for foreign language learning. There the environment will play the vital role, one of the vital roles in case of language learning. Instruction will be there, and at the same time the environment will be there. What the environment will do? Environment will boost up the learner's attention. And actually Suggestopedia is derived from the yoga. Yoga accelerates concentration. So with the baroque music that will be applied in Suggestopedia, students' concentration will boost up, and they will be stress free, and they will be the child will be like the child of the teachers. Okay, and they will learn the language effectively. And the target of Suggestopedia is to make the learner communicative. Thank you.